Hi everybody, Neon here of course. I am with
LJ
and
KJ,
and we are about to hike into the Green Mountains of Vermont. Seven years ago in 2015, I started working towards a goal of hiking a section of the Appalachian Trail in every one of the 14 states that it goes through. And this is number 14 for me, Vermont. It's fitting that on that very first hike, LJ started that trail with me, and she's here today too. Came to Vermont this time of year in part because my buddy KJ is here, and you may have seen him in previous videos of the Benton Mackay Trail and the Shenandoah River Paddle. So LJ hiked up here for dinner.
Yum yum.
So I walked LJ back to her car, and now it's time for me to climb the mountain again. This may be a ski slope. Up. That's the trail up, and parallel to that appears to be the trail down. This may have been a pointless up and down. Up here on top of Bromley Mountain is a hut and a chairlift. I wonder what that was. Something to do with this clearing, maybe? So, need to do a little failure analysis here on this bridge. It does go over a pretty little creek. Well, I suppose I'm next. That's the trail. That's the trail. Whew. Baker Peak was pretty hard to get up. This side's not quite so bad, at least for now. Campsite for the night. AJ's there. A couple of other folks. Shelters down there where we ate. And we have first dibs on the privy. Hiked about 12.5 miles today, and I am really tired. It's about 7:30, and so I'm going to go ahead and lay down. Good morning. Got about 9 hours of sleep. Time for some breakfast. Grits in a bag. This is what the trail looks like at 7 o'clock in the morning. Engineering. Oh, this is a solid suspension bridge. There's no sway or bounce. Nope. Eight o'clock. This is the trail at 9 a.m. That's some engineering. It's an I-beam turned sideways for a bridge. Little rock pond. Must have been something historic. Old rusty stuff. Engineering at 11 o'clock. $12 o'clock on the trail. Just go inside with a rock garden of sorts. Not very natural. $1 o'clock on the trail. Trail Magic continue north on the AT-LT 500 feet.
At a Trail Magic one day.
Oh.
And I mean, I had like
You gotta be careful with
Yeah,
it.
I mean, and it happened so fast.
Trail Magic was courtesy of a gentleman named Spineless Cougar, who says he does this about once a week, usually on Tuesdays, but today's Monday. And he said we were lucky because the weather forecast for Tuesday is not good. 3 o'clock. Plenty of blazes here. $4 o'clock. This has got to be the most serious fern bed. 4:45. Made it to our campsite. Well, it's slow, but it's cold and clear.
In 2 days, like 1, 2.
8 o'clock, hiker midnight. Engineering, another suspension bridge. This one, you can clearly see the catenary curve thereabouts, suspending it. Looks like it has 3 main cables. Well, it's a pretty gorge. That's the trail. So, I've been thinking about the word purpose and how important it is for me to have purpose in life. And as the more I thought about it, the more I realized I've got all kinds of purposes. Some are to be a faithful husband and a loving father and a caring son and an honest and hardworking employee, stay sober, multiple purposes, all good. But for the past 7 years, one of my purposes was to hike a section of the Appalachian Trail in every state that it goes. Been working on this for such a long time, that purpose has become an identity. And now that about to accomplish that purpose is past, and now kind of feel a little bit of a loss, like I'm losing a little bit of my identity. I don't know what's going to be next. I know I think back at different things in my life. I've seen myself with a purpose that defined who I was and made decisions based on that identity. But purposes change, often for the better. I don't know what's next. I need a new purpose. Trail goes this way. Man, the mosquitoes are terrible here. We're starting to climb up Mount Killington. We've got 6 miles to go, 2,500 feet of elevation from here. The top of Mount Killington's right around 4,000 feet. Biggest climb of the trip. Should I keep on going? We made it to the peak of Killington. Well, almost the peak. The peak is up a little bit, but we made it to the campsite at Killington Mountain.
On government assistance in Oregon, and they gave us, a case of jelly and peanut butter swirl.
Oh, okay.
This is going to take a while.
Good morning.
Good morning. Final day. I think we're going to climb Killington Peak here behind me. 0.2 miles straight up. We'll see what the view looks like. So I climbed the 0.2 mile spur trail up to the top of Killington Peak, and this is what I found.
Last few yards.
Last time I was doing something like this was in a canoe. Looks like the road. Well, that ends the adventure. We are at Vermont 100, and I don't know what else to say.
I want to say congratulations to Neon for completing his quest to backpack in every single one of the 14 states on the Appalachian Trail. Congratulations.
Well, thanks. And as I said earlier, it's been a real privilege to be able to join you 3 times on your long distance hike from Georgia to Maine. And
Happy trails.
yep, see you next time.